Greetings, my fellow warriors. This is your boy, Mechanimo. Today I'm here to answer one of the subscribers' question. His name is Joseph Russo. And your question was about the handstand, and he stated the question as follows: how can I be consistent with my handstand? Some handstand I do are really good, but then 90% of the time I fall over or don't kick hard enough. 10% I find a sweet spot and I can hold a handstand for like 10-15 seconds. I want to know how can I find a sweet spot every time I attempt a handstand. I'm gonna shoot a screenshot of the question so you guys can read it by yourselves. So pretty much I've had that issue as well, and I think I'll go percentage. Pretty much everybody is at some point of the training confronted to this type of issue where you don't really know how much force or momentum you should kick. I mean, you should put in your kick to find the sweet spot. But the question I will ask is, do you have the strength to even uh, to raise yourself into the handstand instead of trying to kick into the handstand? Find a way to build the strength in your upper body, the load capacity in your upper body, your shoulders, to be able to raise yourself into a handstand, or at least to hold a handstand like off the wall. So, what I would suggest is to go back uh, on the what you call them, go back at the beginning and build from scratch. Try to ignore anything that you accomplished so far, and humble yourself and get like a good program, which has a broken down phases, and religiously follow the phases. It's really important. Even I have had that problem, and I still have that problem. Uh, Tend to skip stages and phases because you feel like you have a little bit of strength already to take on the next phase. So instead of spending more time to kind of have your body, adjust properly to that before you can add a little bit of stimuli, you just jump straight to the next phase, and you find yourself struggling at the next phase and having a hard time breaking down. Breaking away from that next phase. So what you want to do sometimes is go one step back and try to take time to polish your form and technique, because form is everything in this kind of work. That's what I've learned. I've been on and off on the handstands in 2012, and I still haven't mastered it yet. And like I always say, consistency is key, and I try to follow that. I try to follow as much as I can, but I'm still a human being. As much as I preach it, and I try to stay consistent on other level. Sometimes when something is really hard for you to master, and that can be due to genetics. Some people have a harder time mastering some skill than other people. So you should not blame yourself or beat yourself too much for taking too long. Sometimes it's just the way it is. The change are being done at the cellular level. So you could just be well doing, staying consistent, and one day, boom, you skip from next step. From one stage to the next. Like they often say from 0 to 100. So all I can say is just consistency, and I think somebody uh, abstract user one, he answered. You just keep practicing every day. Keep practicing every day. And on top of that, I would just recap: one, consistency; two, pick a good program that break down the different phases of the handstand mastery. Take time to spend as much as possible, uh, as much as possible time on these phases. They're really important. so that you build a good base for that. And two, I mean, a third, genetics plays it will play a big role in how fast you master the handstand or any other gymnastic skill. Yeah. And when it comes to anthropometry, the way your joints are built, and the leverage in between upper body and lower body. You have huge legs, big legs, like me. Be be ready to to suffer the consequences. But having a big leg will help me do some other stuff, like the ability to squat heavier, stuff like that. So it's a give and take. It's up to you to find the strength to stay consistent on working on your weaknesses. What else? After that, you have what was I gonna say? Yeah, so you have good program. You have genetics to play a big role. That way, for that matter, you gotta stay consistent. I had something in mind. Skipping. Yeah, so I think that will be it. That will be it. Yeah, make sure you take time. Take time to master the different stages. Yeah. The last thing I was gonna say is like, uh, it's just as simple as to master the handstand. Handstand is the ability of staying upside down. So you when you train, you want to spend more time upside down than trying to get upside down. That just comes down to whatever you mentioned. You try to kick in all the time. So pretty much you spend 90% of the time kicking it, and then 10% of the time you nail it. So at the end of the day, during your practice, you spend more time trying to stay upside down than actually being upside down. But we all know that you mastering the handstand will be a result of spending as much time upside down. That's why, again, I would say go back to the scratching board, spend time on the wall, kick on the wall. You work on your shoulder load capacity, trying to hold on the wall for 60 seconds. And once you're ready, you have the strength to hold it on 60 seconds. Work on your scapular elevations, uh, with a certain protocol as well, and having to do some what you call them, some handstand push-ups, wall assisted as well, which will be another phase, and make sure that when you do your handstand hold to work on the line, that you do them, you your stomach facing the wall actually. So those are little things that could make a huge difference on the long run. So I abstain from releasing any handstand program because one, there are plenty out there. Two, I have not mastered yet. So who am I to tell you what to go about? Even though I could know all the, all the protocol and logic behind, but I don't find. I don't see myself being in the proper position to come up with a handstand program. You have plenty of people out there that are great at it, like Metin, a friend of mine that I respect and admire the work ethic. Yeah. So you guys can check out his Little Beast Metin training. Is on my his channel is on my affiliated channel, and yeah, check it out. And if you're really interested in taking your handstand game to the next level, holler at him, and he'll be glad to assist you guys in the process. He helped me a lot as well, like a little over a year ago when I tried to take my handstand game to the next level. Gave me a few hints that I tried to incorporate in my whole in the whole structure of my workout. But again, we are different, and it's all about trial and error. So you may find the greatest program, it may just take you longer than somebody else to get there. Only thing you can do is staying consistent. Consistency is key. I hope I answered the question. And yeah, stay consistent. Trying to get some handstand done, wall handstand. Work on activating your scapular. Uh, Trying to do that 5 days a week. I mean, not to say every day because it may be too much of the chore. Trying to stay 5 days a week. Stay consistent for 1 month. And well, you can always comment and let me know how it goes. Trust me, consistency is key. Be working on some other skills as well that's been eluding me for a while, a long time, and all I've taken is really being focused on them, like my weaknesses for a good 3-4 months, and I've started seeing some difference. So, but it's really hard to stay consistent on a specific thing for that long when you kind of not seeing like immediate progress. So yeah, so that'll be all for today. Hope I answered your question, and y'all feel free to keep on dropping question, and I'll be glad to answer you guys. Everything is, and we always be beast mode, the mechanical way. Salute, peace.
Beast mode.